What's going on, guys? Hope everyone had a wonderful Wednesday, Tuesday. What day is it? Is it Wednesday or Tuesday? I always get them confused. I think it's Tuesday. Either way, hope everyone had a great whatever day it is. All my days start to blend together for sure. So, if you're watching this now or in the future, hit that subscribe, that follow, that like button, whatever it is, hit it. It helps me a ton. And if you haven't, go join the Discord, particularly if you're an artist. You want to share your work, get some feedback, check out some other people's work, other artists' work, you should totally go join the Discord. Links are in all the bios. All the links are in the bio. So either way, do it up. Today, we're going to be working on something pretty cool. We are going to be opening the mold of the flames we sculpted on the last stream. It's right here. I molded it out of a product called Dragon Skin, I think 20. So it's pretty firm, pretty flexible. You guys may have remembered, I just threw a cup on there, poured some silicone in. We're going to open it, clean it, and then we're going to be messing around with some of this stuff, which is one of many different brands of UV resin you can buy. I bought this one. Theoretically came pretty highly suggested for the fact that it cures quickly. We're going to be messing around with some of these pigments, which are really just mica powders, if any of you guys are familiar with those. We're going to see if we can get this to work for our flames. We might have to cut into the mold, I don't know, but that's the goal for today. Never really messed around with this stuff a ton before, so we're going to see how it goes. What's going on, Noctwolf? Hope things have been, hope life's been treating you well. So I guess without further ado, let's get into it. The first thing we got to do is to crack open the mold. Usually my molds look much prettier than this, but needless to say, right now we had to get it done quickly. So I'm generally thinking that I will be able to just pop this off. So we're going to just yank on this and see what comes off. It should come off fairly easily. Look at that. There we go. Just put a little bit of muscle. Now I knew that the... Hey, thank you for the follow. Much appreciated. If you guys like special effects, sculpting, mold making, casting, makeup effects, the whole 9 yards, then you should totally throw a follow. We're going to make it to 10,000 followers on TikTok one of these days. And every follow helps. So thank you. So let's go ahead while we're here. Go ahead and just clean off the fire pit mold so that it's just not sitting around with a bunch of clay on it. There we go. It broke. It didn't break. It was all part of the plan. It was all part of the plan. Thank you, guys. Thank you for the follows. I really appreciate it. So as you know, we've been working on this fire pit for the diorama, for the monster diorama that we're working. You've seen the monster over here in the background for anyone. It's an Armsy from the video game The Forest, and one of the integral parts of the Forest video game are these like fire pits you have to make regularly. For the diorama, I wanted a really cool fire pit, so we sculpted one, and we sculpted the flames, and the flames are going to be lit up by LEDs internally, right? So if we have time to mess around with some LEDs, we'll totally be doing that today as well. So this is the fire pit. It was casted out of, I think I have it right here too, this silicone mold out of Alumo resin, and then we covered it in clay and sculpted the flames. So that's what's inside here. This is a mold just for the flames. So yeah. Thank you for sharing the live, guys, and thank you for the follows. It helps me a ton. So let's just get all the clay off of here. We might even do a quick scrub down with some alcohol to get off any residual oil. This is essentially going to be like our fire pit master, which is just like something you can keep around in case you ever need to mold again. Let me do some zooming in here for you so you guys can see this. Let's see here. Pull down. This way. Yeah, we can do that. Let's make some space. Okay. All these bits and pieces. So yeah, that's the fire pit. You can see like the logs and the rocks around the fire pit, right? Yeah, my goal is to make it to the 10,000 followers so that we can stream from the PC. I'm really over this using the phone thing. I want all my streams to be centralized. That's That's the goal. But I've never, so another thing is I've used dozens and dozens of different types of resins over the years, be them epoxy resins or urethane resins or acrylic resins, but I've never used UV resins. So that should be fun, that we're messing around with those. I hope it doesn't go terrible and that we get to have at least some kind of success today. So this is what we use to sculpt the flames on so that the flames would match the sculpture itself. The final one that we'll end up doing will literally be hollow, and we'll wire the LEDs and or battery packs, depending on how we decide to do it, right into the hollow side of it. But this one was just a sculpting version of it. So it's got to be Tuesday. Okay, it's Tuesday. I'm definitely aware of what day it is now. I just was blanking on it earlier. It's definitely Tuesday. I hope everyone's Tuesday is going well. There's so much texture in this that the clay can easily get stuck up in there. So, but this resin, and I keep saying Aluma resin, even though I found out very recently it's not actually filled with aluminum anymore. I don't know if it ever was, but it doesn't shrink, or it has the least shrink of most resins, and it can be heated up to, I want to say, like, was it like 400 to 600 degrees Fahrenheit? So you can put it inside an oven. It can get really hot. All right, let's give this bad boy a quick. Since it looks like we got most of the excess amount of clay off, we'll just give it a quick scrub down. Some alcohol and a scrub brush. Actually, running out of alcohol, that's not good. I have to go steal some from the studio here. If this doesn't come off easy, we'll just we'll move on from this pretty quick and just end up opening up the flame, since that's really what I want to work on more than anything else. The one that we cast, that we end up making out of a hollow one, I don't know if we'll end up using this resin or if we'll end up using a different resin to make it. Because we're going to have to paint it, obviously. Actually, I think we're going to use a different resin. We're going to use like a clear resin, because that way I can leave some of the embers like exposed and clear, so we can get the LED lights to kind of glow from underneath the embers as well. Which, you know, obviously will give a cool effect. I think that's about as clean as we need to get. There's still some clay on it, but overall it's pretty clean. I can take a really good scrub brush to it later. Where's my paper towel at? So now the fun part is going to be getting inside here to get all this clay out. The first thing I'm going to do is let's get rid of this plastic cup, which I need scissors for. Which I know I have. Oh, they're there. Okay, cool. Again, the silicone is Dragon Skin 20. It's not exactly designed for mold making, but we used a retardant in it, so it would take a long time and it would reduce the amount of air bubbles. Plus, we degassed it. So, thanks for all the likes, guys. I really appreciate it. What I'm doing right now is actually I'm just squeezing the mold See if I can kind of shrink the sculpture inside to help get it out. Because it's just clay inside there, right? So bam. I mean, that's a lot of it. Kind of crazy. I don't know if you guys can see in there or not. But remember, these are the flames, right? So we're gonna go all the way into the, try and get all the clay out. If you guys saw the original sculpt, you'll know that the clay, there's quite a point to one of the flames at the very top. So we got to make sure to get all the clay out. Then we're probably going to have to cut it, I think, because there's so many undercuts and stuff. We'll need to be able to peel it out easily. And it'll let us get in there to clean stuff out too. And we sculpted the flames out of Chavant hard clay too, so we got some decent detail. From what I can tell, it doesn't look like there's a ton or any air bubbles from what I can tell right now. Just curiosity, just want to see something. It's thin enough. I'm trying to think of like the thinnest area. So maybe here. So what we're going to try and do, we're going to cut into this, but we're going to try and zigzag it a little bit so it kind of has some natural keys. Let me open it up. If you guys have been to my stream before, seen me doing mold making, you've seen me do something similar to this with the armsy bits and pieces that we made. So it kind of naturally keys back together because of the zigzag pattern, right? It's a pretty quick, efficient way to make like just a multi-piece mold if you have to. So, all right, so we'll pick the other side now, maybe like right here. Just go ahead and cut right through that. Don't need the zigzag there. So then we'll zigzag again, and then if you can actually keep your blade kind of at a turn too, you don't just create keys on one side. So if you went straight down, it could still slide around, but if you tip the blade at different angles, it's going to let it key together even better. So. There we go. Those are our two parts to the fire, right? So we have some tests we have to run for sure, which is first, let's see if we can even get the UV resin to do what we got it to do, what we need it to do, right? And I don't know how well this stuff needs, how much, if at all, it needs like mold release. That much I do not know, so... Somehow I went through all my chip brushes the other day already, so let's just clean it out really well. Make sure all the little clay bits are gone. Okay, clay bits gone out of that side. This side is the side that has some undercuts pretty significantly, so. And then we'll dust it with some ME301 just in case, okay? Where's my... Usually you'd want to make like a 2-part mold of this sculpture. I didn't know how it was going to go, and we wanted the mold done kind of fast and dirty, so that piece isn't going to survive. It might lead to a bad seam, but you know what? Flames are kind of crazy looking, so... Bam. And all those keys kind of let us know that it's going to go back to the way we need it to go back to, right? Let's clean up our mess. Yeah, I just had some extra. We were pouring something else up using this dragon skin. I was like, you know, this is probably firm enough to go ahead and just mold the flames, right? So, all right, let's get started with this. Well, I guess let's hit it quick with some just really light dusting a mold release. For those of you guys know, one of my favorite mold releases is ME301 pattern mold release. Puddin' Pop, thank you so much for the follow. I appreciate it. And thanks again for all the likes, guys. ME301 pattern mold release. It's basically aerosol Vaseline. It's not exactly Vaseline, but it's kind of like it is like an oil-based Vaseline. So. And just a light dusting done. You can barely even tell, but it's like a little bit, it's got like a little bit of grease aspect to it now. So should help with the UV resin if the UV resin wants to stick to this mold too much. This is also a platinum grade silicone. We're not using tin at all. Hey Glitch, how's it going? Yes, do not use for extracurricular activities. Definitely. So, again, this is the resin that I got. But there's literally, I don't even know, 100 different brands of resin you can get. Again, I got this one because through some of the research I did, it seemed like it had some of the faster curing aspects. Yo, funny guy, what's up? Fancy resin. Is this the kind that's dangerous? No. Actually, it really is. Oh, and it comes with little silicone mixing cups. Didn't even know this was part of it. That part, you know what? Good on you. What the heck? Wow, this box had a lot more in it than I thought it was going to have. I'm not gonna. It actually really surprises me. What in the world? It's a little silicone tool that's very bendy. This is very bendy, okay? That's kind of crazy. Okay, whatever, fine. We don't need 2 of them. We will take out, let's read the instructions just for shits and gigs. Let's see what's going on, okay? Already to 4.2 thousand likes. Thank you, guys. Does say to keep out of reach of children. It does say use with proper ventilation. Psh, we got fans. Okay, so don't mix it up too much is what it's saying. If on skin, wash immediately. Avoid direct contact with eyes. Man, I was gonna use this as eye drops. Wearing gloves is recommended. Hmm. That's interesting. So we're gonna be using. That's fascinating. So must be used with clear molds, but we're gonna be exposing it with UV resin, with UV through directly on it. So we're not hitting it from the other side. We'll see. We'll see. Cure for 1 additional minute. If the piece is still slightly tacky after curing, cure for 1 additional minute. Curing occurs under sunlight. Please work indoors away from sunlight. UV resin cures with only UV. Well, I would hope so. Seal tightly. Store cool. Use, of course, wait. Open bottles UV will cure if exposed to sunlight or UV light. Well, the more you know, guys. Okay. Thank you for choosing us. Yeah, don't thank me yet. This is it from Picasso or something like that? It's formulated for artists, okay? Oh, it does say wear gloves, so let's grab our gloves. Our fancy black nitrile gloves here. I like the idea of using the stuffer as a glue too. I read something about you being able to utilize it as a glue if you were so inclined. So, kind of a chemical nerd. Like I love messing around with new and exciting chemicals to see what how they do. But anytime there's liquid chemicals on stream, I almost always make a giant mess. So that nice. I'm not smelling anything too crazy yet, so thank you for the follow, guys. Weird. Hold on. It has a very interesting fragrance. I know it sounds insane, but it kind of smelled like a beach. I don't know what that means, but it immediately made me think of like a beach. It's like a beach smell. I don't know what's going on. You know what? Since they gave us these fine little things, this is what I think we'll use. Okay, so first things first. Let's get out a little silicone brush thing. I don't even know if we need a silicone brush. We could just use a normal brush and then just sacrifice it, right? I have a feeling that I could be wrong, but if UV resin is at all resembling the resin that's used in 3D printers, and I think it does, we can probably get away with just using alcohol to clean out the brush, I think. But let's make sure this brush is particularly clean. Yeah, the smell of the UV resin it's not strong at all, really, but it's very interesting. All right. Now, these are mica powders. I am not the biggest fan of these things. They don't work great as pigments. We have some other pigments as well, if we're so inclined. Shogun Yellow. So we're making flames, so let's run a test. We're not going to go too crazy. We're going to try a small part first and then go from there, okay? So use these little these are so damn cute. I need to just make these little silicone cups. Shit's badass. Okay. All right, so now theoretically, this stuff does not cure without UV light. We are in a very dark room with theoretically no UV light. So, oh, it's interesting. Okay, it's a little bit thicker than I thought it was going to be, but whatevs. That might have been a bit much. We might have gone a bit overboard. We don't need that much. Weird. It smells like you know what? I take it back. No, it smells like dirt, or it smells like a garden. I don't know. That's weird. Makes me feel funny. I don't know how I feel about that. The reason I don't think I like mica powders that much is because of there's always like an opalescent aspect to it that I'm just not a huge fan of. Sniff mini gardens. You know what I'm talking about? The smell of like like potter soil, that kind of thing. That's what it resembles for sure. I also don't know how much of this we need to add, so we're just going to eyeball it. Yeah, you know what's up. You know what's up. Wow, way to static electricity all my mica powder to the sides of the cup. Awesome job. All right, we'll start with a little, you know, little goes a long way kind of thing, right? It says we don't want to introduce too many air bubbles into this, right? That tracks, that makes sense. Making me be all careful with my mixing. Yeah, mica powders always leave this like opalescent aspect. So now obviously we want light to shine through. We want light to shine through our mix, so we don't ever want to have it mixed up too opaque. Again, I'm doing my best to not introduce too many air bubbles into it, but I've already gotten a couple in there, so. This is a very cool looking yellow. It's probably not what we need at all, but we can give it a go. We can give it a go. All right, so now for this one, we're just going to apply it, right? And then we're going to just test out the UV aspect. I think for this one, I won't use the brush. I will use their handy dandy little silicone spatula that I feel like I'm going to break this damn thing. This is hilarious. I love it. Like, look, I can't even like, you know what maybe I should try to pour it in first. Yeah, let's do that. Come on. It doesn't like pouring. Oh, we're dealing with some other static electricity issues here. Okay. That's so funky looking. So we're fighting gravity. Okay, all right. This is the weirdest little applicator. Like, how are you supposed to use... What are you supposed to use this thing for? frustrating yourself, I think, is they could have put a little metal or plastic piece maybe in it, right? They could have done that. Like, what? Lame. This is some weak sauce design right here. I should have just used a brush. You know what? That's what we're going to do. We're going to use a brush, guys. Let's see if I give this thing a very unexcited negative 5 stars. I don't know what they're trying to do with it. All right, we'll see. Let's just cure that area, and let's see what we can do here, okay? All right, I'm gonna get my phone so I can time this thing. Timer, stopwatch. All right. Let's put it right about there. It's flames. It's part of a fire pit that we're working on, and we're running a test to see if UV resin will work for our outer flames. Okay. It's pretty crazy. It's crazy cool looking, is what it is. All right, so I started the timer. We're just gonna hold it here. We're gonna see what happens. I'm assuming shadows matter, so maybe here's an idea. Let's hold it at like one angle for like a minute, right? And then we'll change the angle. Maybe give a little bit of wiggle. Let's give it a wiggle. My hands would shake so much at this point. Hard to work with limp tools, am I right? That's very true. It is very difficult, yes. So depending on the wattage, apparently, this could be as fast as 1 or 2 minutes or, you know, whatever. So it's crazy how the phone is picking up the UV light. That's a little weird. The camera's just blown out like crazy. To me, you guys, I don't know if you can tell or not, but to me, it's very purple. It's very black light, right? So we're at a minute 13 or a minute 15. Let's turn this. Oh, no. Oh, no, I started. Yeah, maybe I shouldn't have done that. Oh, wow. Guys, I accidentally cured the brush. It was in the crossfire. I cured the brush. I was like, oh, we can clean this out. That shouldn't be an issue. Damn. It's largely blue, yeah. Advantage of UV asking for a friend. UV light, the UV curing, I'll be able to control it. I'll be able to control its thickness, its washes and stuff. I did not expect it, dude. It totally cured the brush. The brush is done, which means I'm assuming. All right, so we're at 208. We're gonna go 3 minutes. I don't want to mess around. Okay, we're going 3 minutes on this bad boy. That's true. Well, the bottle's plastic. The brush also, I get these. I have hundreds of these brushes. I don't really care about the brush. I'm assuming so. We're at 235. This stuff's, if this works. Doesn't the bluish feel good on your eyes? It doesn't bug me very much. I'm also not staring at it too much. If I'm looking at it, I'm up there looking at it on my monitor, so we're good. All right, 3 minutes. Let's see where we kind of landed with this thing. So first, let's do the good old fashioned. Let's do the poke test here. Seems overall seems like it's cured. Okay, all right. Where's my? So really, if I do this, bam. Oh, yep, there it is. Now we knew we would have had to do multiple layers, right? Or at least I knew that. So it's 3 minutes. Interesting. I think it'll work, guys. We'll just have to do multiple layers. I mean, it's flaming yellow, you know, kind of. All right, so, I think I might have an idea. I got an idea. All right, well, GG. I mean, it worked, right? So, let's take a peek. It's pretty cool stuff. Pretty happy, all things considered, right? It isn't like rock hard, but it is firm. So, okay, cool. We sacrificed a brush to get there, okay? But I think we'll be okay. We have another brush. Alrighty, so we can stop our phone. Getting these all pieces off. Alright, so now what we have to do. You know what? Let's see what happens here. See if how fast I can cure this cup so I can reuse it. So reset. We're gonna go 2 minutes and see if we can just set this cup up. I was accidentally setting it up in the background, so I'd imagine the more pigment that you add, right, the less or the slower it will cure. Science, man. So what we could do is do like a yellow coat, right? Then we go in with an orange coat. That'd be pretty cool. That's true with epoxies and urethanes for sure. But if there's a pigmented amount of UV resin, you would think that the pigment would block the UV light from getting to the parts underneath it, at least partially. And the instructions did warn about thicker UV pieces. So we're at 1 minute. I'm hoping that after a solid 2, I can just easily clean this thing out. It might be interesting to kind of mess around with it, like shine the light on it, right? And then start moving it around and see just how long it takes to cure. Okay, we're at 1:30. Okay, coming up. 1:45. Yeah, that makes sense for sure, yeah. And we are at 2 minutes. And yep, there it is. Even the bottom is pretty well cured, right? So there we go. Bingo, bango, bongo. Now, let's see here. Can I snap it? It bends. It doesn't really snap. It'll probably snap the longer it's cured, I'd imagine, right? But yeah, all right, let's clean out this little fancy silicone, adorable mixing cup. you know, just dropping X-Acto blades on my leg. That's awesome. That's awesome. Alright, so I have an idea now. I'm going to see if it works. We're going to mix up a substantial amount of it, right? Alright, we're going to mix up... Yeah, that's what we're going to do. We're going to fill up quite a bit of this cup. Let's get... No, let's go ahead and put the resin... No, yeah, let's put the resin in first. So I know you guys can't see. Okay, cool. And then we're actually going to take this. Yeah, that's what... Oh, I know what we'll do. Okay, all right, yeah, okay. Eye Candy is the brand of mica powder I'm using, if anyone's interested. I got these sample kits for pretty cheap. It's weird, it almost... When you rub it, kind of has like a gold to it. We're going to mix very daintily, okay? Bear in mind the lights that I bought to light up the flames are already colored. They're already like yellow and orange and red, and so we have them being the color they need to be already. By the way, guys, if you want to see any of this better or more close, for those of you who are watching on TikTok, you can always jump over to Twitch, YouTube, or Kick at creatively_cursed. We have a little bit better cameras there. And if you haven't, throw me a follow, because eventually I'll be able to use those cameras. If I can get to 10,000 followers, I can do it from my PC and use something better than my phone. Thank you so much, Noctwolf. Thank you for the follows. I do appreciate it, guys. I mean, not for nothing. That's a pretty cool colors. Let's see if I can show you guys. Can't say it's not pretty. It absolutely is. Oh yeah, I don't see why you couldn't. You could make your own color. You could add like a different... You could add some red to that if you wanted to, I suppose, you know? So... So I do like... So one of the other things about UV resin I like the concept of is technically it not doing anything while it's just sitting here, right? I don't have to worry about working with it because it's not going to do anything until I activate it with the light. It's pretty exciting for me. Okay. I still have those crappy brushes. I do. These crappy bad boys I bought for like 90 cents. So what I'm gonna do is make a giant mess. That will happen. I'm absolutely making a giant mess, okay? with my expendable brushes. All right, we're going to let that chill. I'm actually going to let it rest like that. I'm going to let it rest standing up like this so that it all kind of moves down. Maybe not completely standing up. All right, let's hit this other one. Because there's these like undercut areas I want to make sure to get before we put it back together. This time we'll make sure to move the brush and the liquid out of the way. Okay, so all right, let's just for now set this over here. Okay. Wow, way to make a mess, man. Okay, alcohol seems to clean it really nice. Alcohol generally cleans the mold, any mold pretty well, so. Like in working with it right here, I'm sure there's some very mild vapors coming off of it, but I actually can't smell it at all. So I don't know if all UV resins are that way or not, but okay, let's just put these there. My gloves got to come off for this one. Thank you, Noctwolf. Thank you. Oh, wow. Don't do that. There we go. Okay. Like a glove. Seems to be okay in there. Seems to be holding together pretty well. Just to make sure. When you have silicone molds and you want to tape them together, you absolutely can. You just don't want to push too hard because the tape can deform the mold. So you want to snug it together. Like that. Like, I might maybe grab one more piece because tape doesn't really like to hold to the silicone either. Even though this is Gorilla Tape, which is still pretty cool stuff, but just something to kind of hold it together while we do this next step. I'm tempted to just, it looks like I can't tell if there's an air bubble in there. There might be, so I need one of my pokey tools. Where are we at, pokey tools? Come on. Here's a good pokey tool. Maybe? Yes? No? Okay. Just to maybe break any of the air bubble. Or here's what we'll do. Let's tip it. Let's let it kind of drain out a little bit. Make sure we're hitting all the spots here. Oh yeah, as we're letting it drain, it seems to be working. And then we're gonna hit this bad boy with the UV, but we're gonna put the stuff that we already, the yellow that we already have mixed up, we're gonna put that way the hell far away from the UV light. So. All right, so let's stop this, reset. Where's my UV light at? Silicone, yes. Let's open it up and basically, I'll zoom that in a little bit. And let's start the timer. Timer, go. Yeah, it's basically, we have a fire pit that I want to have a hollow set of flames that we can light up inside from LEDs. So we're using UV resin inside of a platinum silicone mold that's being pigmented. Yeah, so it's a UV light. It's a flashlight that emits UV light, and that's what cures the resin. So we're at a minute now, guys. Thank you for the follow. Okay, we're at a minute 40. At 2 minutes, I'm going to tip it up, and I'm going to just kind of more move around the light than I am the actual mold itself. All right, we're at 2 minutes. We're going to concentrate this light. It's really cool because I can literally like make a perfect little concentrated like laser beam with it. My big concern is getting in down inside there more than anything else, right? Yeah, it's UV. It is UV light. Yep. We can make it a little bit broader. It's like a party in here. Woo! I really want to make sure it's totally cured in there, so that's why I'm really spending a long time. The tip down there got very it like all kind of collected down there, so I'm worried that again now it's not letting the light penetrate. So I mean, I wonder if that's doing anything. It might be. The mold is relatively translucent. It's not super it's not perfectly opaque. dementedness are we working on here? We sculpted a fire pit, and we have the flames from said fire pit in this mold, and we're using UV resin to cast the flames so that I can wire in LEDs to make the fire look like it's on fire, right? But this is my first time ever messing around with UV resin, so yeah, we already ran some tests on the UV. All right, so we're at 4 minutes. Let's see what we got here. We already ran some tests with some success. Okay, to the tap. Am I feeling any softness? Maybe there. That might just be a thin spot. Let's go down to here. It overall feels pretty firm. Pretty firm. Okay, so what we're gonna do is we're gonna mix up some more UV. Anti-UC resin, huh? Okay, yeah. So that was 4 minutes with the light. Okay, so now what I want to do is I'm gonna mix up some. I think I'm gonna mix up some like orange or red. What do I have for reds? I have a penny copper. That's not really right. Wait a minute. What do we got here? Cherry blossom. Cherry blossom might work. It's not a fleshlight, okay? God, I knew some weird perv was going to come here and say that, okay? It's not a fleshlight. No, we're not going to fill it. It's going to remain a shell so we can wire lights inside of it, right? So we don't want it to be completely solid. All right, so same dealio. We still have our yellow over there. Let's see, too. I want to see, actually. Can we clean out the brush with alcohol? I think we can. Yeah, shell casting, basically, yeah. I don't know where all of our other fancy... let's see if we can clean out the brush. Okay, alcohol. Okay, it does seem the alcohol cleans out the brush pretty well. Pretty good. Okay, good, good. That's awesome. That is, unless you cure it with the UV light, at which point it will not clean it out well. Thank you for all the likes, guys. I really appreciate it. We got up to like 6.1 thousand likes. That's pretty awesome. Got some new followers too. Good, GG. All right, we're gonna use the other fancy one for this. We're not gonna mix up as much, I think, this time. And by the way, you can buy gallons of this UV resin stuff. It's apparently a very hot commodity. Commodity. I can't say the word these days. Where did I put it? Did it? What the? Oh, okay. Yeah, no, we're good. We're good. Just losing my mind a little bit. Okay. Let's see how Cherry Blossom Red works, okay? That's the resin. So this is the UV resin I'm trying out right here, okay? It's from Picasso Fast Curing, okay? And then I think it was $20 for 2 of these. with these fancy little silicone cups. And then I think it was 20 bucks for one of these. This thing takes, this battery, or this flashlight takes an 18650 battery, which I only know about. They're old laptop batteries because I vape, and my vape takes two 18650 batteries. So yeah, they're pretty cool though. I won't obviously shine the camera, but there's a huge lens on this thing. It's massive, and you can like to focus the light, you can push it in or pull it out, and it narrows it or widens the beam. I wonder how much you could really get away with, like how thick you could really cast something, you know? Thank you guys for the follows. I appreciate it. We're making our way to 10,000 followers slowly but surely, okay? Where's my beverage? There it is. A bit thicker, you could do it stuff. Yeah, that's pretty good. Sounded like Curb Your Enthusiasm. All right. You can buy these sample, all this stuff you can get on Amazon. Literally everything, obviously. Maybe you can even get the silicone on Amazon. I'm not certain. Fireball? No, it's they need to sponsor me, actually. Liquid Death in for the win. Carbonated water. Okay, we still have some alcohol on the... There is the tongue depressors. Here we go, bam. I almost always will snap my tongue depressors in half. Sometimes they snap better than others, but you get multiple uses out of one tongue depressor. This one really snapped very crappily, though, I will point out. Oh, I still had the other half of my other one. Here we go. Much better. When they snap like this is better. You get a little bit bigger side, a little bit smaller side. Whoa. Some mica powder just flew away. It was like pieced out right there, okay? Come on, open up. I have dropped so many pigments and powders and stuff like that in my life. I'm so hesitant of using this stuff because I'm just like, man, if this makes a mess, you know it's never going away. I'll be finding red cherry blossom powder in my studio forever, okay? I might have gone a little bit overkill with that one. Like I said, guys, if you want to get kind of a better shot of what's going on. Oh, this is not going to be a good red. This is like a pink. Oh, I could mix in some, I should have known. I guess I didn't think about cherry blossom. I could mix in some of that copper color. This is a bit pink, okay? But yeah, if you guys want to see a little bit better, you can jump over to Twitch, YouTube, or Kick, creatively_cursed, and see a little bit better footage of the colors we're mixing if you want to see it up close. I mean, it is a cool color, but this is not what we're looking for. So what we're gonna do is we're gonna grab some of that, what's it called, that copper color. We're gonna mix some of that in. We might be running into a situation where we've added too much penny copper. This has got too much of an opalescent metallic thing. Do I have any other reds? Got lots of blues. Oh, damn. That is lame. All right, what else we got here? I'm not giving up. We got so many pigments, guys. Hold on. I have neon colors too. I had tons of whites and blacks. All right, we're gonna go. I didn't want to do this because I don't know how it's gonna react, but we are gonna mess around. So I do have some cadmium red paint pigments. These are really nice. I've mixed some paints up myself these days, or recently, with some of this stuff. Works really well. We'll see how it works inside this stuff. Mica powders are very cheap, okay? So they're definitely a way to go across the board, because you can't really buy good paint pigments cheaply in small quantities, but mica powder you totally can. I don't know. I haven't been able to find good paint pigments I haven't been able to find good paint pigments in small quantities. It's weird how some of it looks very red and other parts look really pink. It's crazy. Like, I don't know. Here, I don't know if you guys can see. It just looks red probably to you guys, but there's like this weird, it's the opalescent aspect of the mica powder that randomly gives off this like pink. I'm just not a fan. I'm just not a fan of that. Okay, here we go. So the goal for me is to get this in here, but kind of have it randomized, right? Well, actually, we kind of need 2 coats on the whole thing. So let's see what happens if we just kind of get it in there all kind of messy like, right? I mean, the yellow should work as the first coat, right? So here we go. Bam. Yeah, you really get what you pay for with these brushes, I tell you. This thing is like falling apart so terribly bad. It's not even trying to hold together. It's like, nah, I'm done, man. I costed you approximately like $0.25 cent. I'm not working anymore. It's done. All right, it's like 2 coats, right? So, oh my God, this it's seen better days, guys. Look at this thing. That's awesome. All right, let's move that out of the way. Thank you for the try, brush. All right, let's see how the UV does on these bad boys, okay? All right, let's zoom out. This time I definitely be awesome if I could. Let's make it broader. Oops. Reset, start. Yep. We already did the yellow, right? So the yellow should have cured a little bit. I don't know if 2 layers is enough. I might maybe paint or put some clear in, you know? Again, this is my first time messing around with this stuff. I don't know how strong, how strong it's going to be. I mean, obviously nothing, it won't be ever like impervious, right? But ideally I'd have a nice, like, I guess you would say like a firmer shell. Funky Bruiser, thank you for the follow over on the Twitch. What's up? It's a question you guys have to ask yourself is, are you following on Twitch? If so, or if not, why not? Or YouTube, guys. That's where I need some help, man. Over on YouTube. You guys can catch all my old streams over there. The genesis of the fire pit. The creature that will be warming by it. It's been long, I'm sorry. Hey, no worries. I have a crappy memory. I vaguely remember your name a little bit. Fluffy Abner? I like the name, though. It's a quality name. Yeah, if you go to my bio, you guys will see I have a link tree. Just go to the link tree and follow me wherever you want, yo. All right, we're at a minute 50. Yeah, it's short for on Twitch. Oh, okay, yo, what's up? Oh, rock on. Thank you, Punky. How things been, Turtle? All right, we're flipping it up now, guys, at minute 2, right? So we're going to flip it up. And just UV up on in here, okay? It does look pretty disturbing, I'm not going to lie. It's not what it looks like, okay? Horrible, honestly. That's why I've been gone. I'm sorry to hear that. All right, we're at minute 3. Let's go to minute 4. Let's do it. Agreed. Hugs all around, guys. I actually don't. I'm not a tattoo artist. I am just an effects artist who makes things for tattoo artists, so I kind of had to learn the basics. It does look suspicious. It's flames from a fire pit, okay, guys? Ah! Whoa, jeez. All right, let's see where we're at. Nope, it's not been 4 minutes yet. Let's... Now we're at 4 minutes. All right, let's do the poke test. God, that makes it worse. Okay, all right, here we go. Ooh, it does feel softer than the other ones. Well, does it? Just up here. All right, let's hit the top part real quick. Make sure we're getting the light where we need it to be. We'll just do that. Tell Steve you say hi. Steve's over here. He says hi. Bam. Everyone say hi to Steve. And for everyone else, here you go, guys. Steve says hi. This is a bit creepy. He's judging all of you right now, okay? My judgment goblin keeps me on point, okay? Feel like I gotta do another one. I'm thinking we just go back, we do another yellow. Right? Like another yellow? Okay, I've had to fix him 3 or 4 times, but his hands have stayed the same. Make him hold the torch. I don't think he might be able to. I feel like we're really close, actually. He needs to be higher up to hold the torch. Actually, we can... Dude, good job, guys. We found a purpose for him. Other than just looking at me all creepy like all the time. Oh, he's too... Now he's too front heavy. He put in his efforts, though, guys. Here we go. No, I gotta hold him. He's too front heavy. He holds it, but it's not but it's not his strongest suit, okay? Yeah, he just wants to tip over. We need to make him a little backpack, you know? Counterweight him. Oh. Yes, I'm going to use the epoxy sculpt to make him a base. This thing gets toasty. All right, Steve's going away for a little bit, guys. The Discord because I was hacked, so I don't get notified when you stream. Ooh, that sucks. All right, we feel... This feels good. We're going to do one more yellow, okay? We're going to do it... Well, I don't want to make it so opaque that the light doesn't come through. All right, so the thin spots should be these higher spots. Ooh, here's... You know what we do? Bam, it's easy. We just do a clear coat. I really am going to be going through all those brushes. We just do a clear coat, and we see how it comes out. What I have a feeling is going to be the likely result of everything we've done is that we're going to have to move slower on the pigmentation. Do more coats, but go slower, right? That's I generally feel that's what's going to be the trick. That's not... No, it's a fire pit, guys. Well, okay, so here, again, for reference, here's the fire pit. I guess right over here's the fire pit. These are the flames for the fire pit. Just making sure this brush is cleaned out. It's crazy. For what I do for a living, and then I end up trying to make something innocent. And all you perverts out there, okay? Making sure the brush is totally cleaned out. Okay, so we just do a clear coat. That's all we got to do. That's true. It's not your fault. No. That's true. I create custom molds. I do tons of different stuff. I've probably made over a couple. Like, I might literally have made over 1,000 molds in my life at this point. I'm not even joking. Random sculptures, you name it. So we're doing this just to hopefully reinforce the thing a little bit. Stuff is pretty thick. I'm just gonna do this here. Okay. Whoa, whoa, whoa. Light. Or... All right, brush, go away. All right, we're just going to let this crap drip out, kind of, and we'll see. All right, let's reset, guys. You ready? Let's do this. Reset. Action. And start. I'm going to have a tan on my hand come tomorrow. Forest gameplay is going good. We've beaten it a few times. We played through the original Forest once recently to get some reference pictures for this fire pit and for the Armsy, which we have a base coat of paint on. So that's pretty cool. Thank you for the likes, guys. We made it up to 7.6K. I promise it's a... You guys are going to be so disappointed when we open this mold. It's literally... it's flames. It's flames. Any advice how to start big projects? Plan. Lots of planning. Whatever you do. No matter what it is. Draw all your designs. Just do tons of planning. If it's big projects, that's what you want to do. It's spicy. It's not spicy. It's not. Oh my god, you guys. Like I said, you're going to be very disappointed. I mean, that's pretty terrifying if you guys think that's a fleshlight. You guys need to see some. Worse in real life. Oh god. You can join the Discord and you can post in there, and I think you should be able to message me in there. All right, we're at 237, so now we're just going to let it chill. And then after this coat, we are absolutely popping it to disappoint all the weirdo perverts out there, okay? You'd be like, oh, it's just a fire pit. You're an icon. Yeah, guys, all my stuff's in the... literally, if there's a social media for it, I have it in my bio. It's in my link tree. You can find my YouTube, my Twitch, my Kick, the whole 9 yards. Guys, thank you so much for the follow. All right, it's already firm. It's funny, guys. If you guys actually go and follow me on my social media, you won't realize how funny your jokes that you're making are about fleshlights. Okay, we're at 3 minutes. Can I just rest this here? That'd be really nice. I need Steve to get his arms a little bit further and stronger and to hold this. Okay, we're at 4 minutes. Yeah, the inside is flames. I already sculpted the flames. These, you're looking at the negative of a mold for flames. We have a fire pit, a little tiny miniature fire pit. The flames are going to come up from it. We're going to wire LEDs in there to literally make it look like a fire is burning. Okay, we're at 438. And we got to wash our hands off. I got resin all over me, man. This is no bueno. You can just like, can you just rest in there for a second? Thank you. No? Aha! Win. The bigger project is for that guy. It's called an Armsy. It's from the video game The Forest. And in The Forest, the video game, there are one of the concepts is a fire pit that you have to build. So there's a monster called the Armsy. He's one of the things that stalks around the forest. This guy is 24 inches tall. So I sculpted him, and we're making him a diorama. So yeah. That's what the fire pit's for. It's part of the diorama. We have a lot of diorama action going on that we're going to be working on, so... All right. Gotta get my hands clean here. Yeah, I've never actually played any of the Souls games. I've watched people play them. But The Forest is my jam for the most part, so... Okay, I'm ready to pop this thing. I need to know. I need to know if any of this worked or if it was all for naught, okay? Weird. Okay, I don't like that. We're gonna clean our hands one more time here. I should look into getting like a thicker resin, or a thinner resin, I'm sorry. Okay, that should be done. It seems like it might still be fragile. A little tacky. Yeah. Like I said, you guys can join the Discord for sure, and I'm available to chat on there. I hope we don't break it. I really hope we have enough resin in there that it's thick enough. If we do, we're gonna have to do it again. So, what we're gonna do, Oh, what do you know? Not fully cured. I'm not surprised by that. Like I said, man, oh man. There's no way I'm going to be able to get the resin to cure all the way down in there, so we're just going to take this as a learning experience. Kind of worked, though. Kind of worked, okay? Let's see, the yellow down in the tippy tip of the fire pit did not cure. I mean, so what we could do, actually, hold on. Bam! Yeah, I mean, the idea kind of worked. We just have to figure it out a little bit more. Make sure that it doesn't collect too far down at the bottom. The premise is there, okay? The premise is there. Kia, damn you. Kia. That was the main goal tonight, was really just to run this test and make sure it works. Thank you guys for all the follows too. I really appreciate it. I mean, I could cure both halves and like glue it together, I guess, technically. You can do that, but then there might be a hard line of the different pigments, and I don't want that. I want it to be more natural and flowing, right? So yeah, well, the trick was, so what happened was the yellow collected too deep in this area. And so by the time the light cured the surface up here, it couldn't penetrate down to cure that. So as long as I make sure that the yellow is not collecting in the tip of the flames, it should be okay. All right, let's just double check this side, make sure it's good. I mean, I'm not gonna lie, all things considered, that looks pretty cool. Like, I'm pretty happy with the color idea, right? It's just the air bubbles and stuff that kind of messed with us. It's pretty dope looking. I dig it. Yes, exactly. I could, but we don't want to paint too much because it's going to be lit from the inside with yellow lights too. So technically speaking, I wouldn't even need to add a ton of pigment. Yeah, I don't have any of the lighting designed yet. I have a box sitting next to me with all my LEDs and stuff. I'm hoping we'll have a chance to work on it sooner than later, but who knows? We have to nail this part down first. But I mean, it is, damn, the colors are popping. They're popping. All right, let's kill the light. Let's see if we can get it out this other half now. It is fragile, okay? That for sure is the case. Oop, I think I broke something. I think I felt something break. I mean, hey, that side. Right? Bam. So this stuff is actually, I could probably literally cut this with scissors. It's so soft. Like, hold on a second here. It's so fragile. All things considered, the seam's really not that bad. I could probably go through with like what's it called? An X-Acto blade and clean up the seam. Actually, trimming scissors, I have some of those. I can give that a try real quick to take out some of this excess that I don't need. Okay, so that is true. That's a good point. So you can kind of see, I don't know how well you guys can see it from where you are. You can see that this part is supposed to be like more full right here, but it's not, you know? Okay, so let's, where are my trimming scissors at? I know I have some. Or not. Did they grow little legs and walk away? My trimming scissors always grow legs and walk away. All right, X-Acto blade it is. Actually, I'm going to cure this. It's a little sticky, so I'm just going to try. I'm going to just do an outer cure on this. See, it's like sticking to my fingers. No bueno. Yeah, that's true. I could do that. I could, yeah. I know that I shouldn't be touching this because I will just have tan fingers, okay? I mean, technically, I think this is cured too, so like, it's barely anything, but that is the part, this little tiny piece is literally the part of the flame that's missing, right? So that's kind of lame. Overall, being that I've never messed around with this stuff, I'm going to give UV resin a solid, like, with some practice, a solid 8 out of 10. I think the only thing I would like more is an even faster cure. Which I think I can find. I think this was the first one I came across that said, you know, it could just be, can leave a sticky residue, use alcohol to, yeah. It said if there was like a sticky residue to just over cure it again. So that's what I'm kind of doing right now, is just over curing it. Flesh fire. I'll check in later on the progress. Yeah, for sure. Thanks for hanging. I appreciate the follows, guys. We're going to make it to 10,000 followers one of these days, and every time you guys follow, it helps a ton. If you guys want to see a little bit better footage and check out my other stuff, you can check me out on Twitch, YouTube, and Kick. I'm live right now over there as well. That's creatively_cursed. And if you haven't, go join the Discord. You can hit me up. We can chat. You can post your artwork. I'd love to see what you guys are working on. And you can also see some other artwork being posted there. It's a small community right now, but it is going to get bigger. You can get in on the ground floor. Budget is, okay, I'll take a look. We'll see what we can, we'll see what's going on. All right, where are we at? I really wanted to, where are my trimming scissors, man? Seriously. I can't trust nobody with nothing around this place. Oh, there they are. Okay. I was jumping a little ahead, okay? Yeah, see how the, like, stuff is, okay, it's a little bit more plasticky now for sure, right? But it looks like I can still kind of just like, this is probably ruining these scissors, but I have like 800 of them, right? So we're okay. Oh, cool. That actually broke off right where I needed it to. So I wonder if I can get it to break there too. No, that's asking too much. Okay, that's all you had to say. Someone was saying the other day, when I was sculpting it, it looked like the Heatmeister's hair from that Christmas stop motion animation movie. And I was like, it totally does. Now it looks like it even more. Yeah, I totally could. Yeah. I'm thinking about it. I want to go again. I want to see if I can get a perfect cast. It'd be awesome if I can. And now I know what like 3 layers is like. I think I'll feel more comfortable like understanding how many layers I need to get to the thickness I'm really looking for. Okay, there we go. Where's the trimming scissors? Okay, there's needles. That came out pretty cool. Okay, so I think, let's see if I can remember how this fits on here. I feel like it's like, I'm assuming, maybe I shouldn't assume how it goes on. Could that be it? No, that's not it. It's not this, is it? I should have marked it so I knew. It's got to be this. I'm feeling it's this. We just have to bend it and hope we don't break it. Oh, yeah, yeah, yeah. I think I remember now. So this was there like that. And where the hell does this? Does this just go down like that? Oh, that thing's giving me the... There it is. Bam! Look at that shit. Fuck yeah. Pardon my French. Sorry, guys. I'm just very excited. Look at that. That is a sexy fire pit right there. So obviously I don't have the LEDs all wired up. But look, literally fits around all the extra logs and stuff like that. Yeah. Every once in a while, I just remember I do know what I'm doing, okay? It takes a little bit sometimes, but give everyone a nice little zoom in so you guys can take a look here. Booyah. That is what is up. So remember, the final fire pit will be hollow, right? The final fire pit will be hollow. We're gonna wire in LEDs. We might even do some smoke effects and stuff like that. But heck yeah, that's pretty exciting. I'm pretty elated. It is a perfect fit. Like, it's even pretty snug on there. Not, you can't quite like lift it up by it. Oh, well. Ah, no. Why did I do that? There we go. That's what it is right there. This goes down there. Cool. Like I said, guys, that's pretty much it. So how did I get started doing this? It's gonna, yeah, dude, I got so many flickering LEDs, a ton of wiring tests. I got some switches. We're gonna have a lot of fun doing some wiring, honestly. But I have to cast, so my mold for this is right here. This is the mold for the fire pit. So I can create as many of these as I want. So yeah. I've been doing special effects sculpting, mold making, that whole jazz for coming up on 25 years now. So just fascination with movies, yo. That's how I first got into it. But here's the dealio TikTok. I'm bouncing. I'm going to wrap up my stream over on Twitch, Kick, and YouTube. So I really appreciate you guys hanging out. Thank you for all the love. And we'll be back probably, it's Tuesday, so Wednesday. We'll be back tomorrow. I might be messing around with the actual LEDs. So thank you so much. I really appreciate it. And I will catch up with you later. Peace, guys. All right, guys. Oh, man, I'm so happy. It came out, like, considering this is all air bubble crap up here, all things considered, UV resin, I like you. I like you, UV resin. The fire pit looks amazing. It does. It really does. I should have wired up like a really basic LED just to go in there. For this, but looks like between those two, between the yellow, right, and the red, and then remember, in here, you guys, we'll see, I'll show you, I gotta zoom in for you here. So in here, we have all this ember texture, right? So we're gonna cast the fire pit in clear so that the deep cracks of the embers are clear as well. But over top will be dry brushed, like with a black, a silver, and a gray, those kinds of colors. So then we'll have red light underneath, also emanating up through the embers and just generally coming out from this. And then the fire pit altogether will be kind of what naturally lights our armsy and in the diorama. We still have to sculpt a skull. We still have to sculpt at least one skull, maybe more than one skull. We have to sculpt those. For the skull lamps, we have to, maybe, I was thinking about flares. My whole idea for the diorama for the armsy is that the armsy can end up being fully lit by itself, almost like a nightlight kind of. You wouldn't have to light it yourself. You could totally just turn it on and it would be lit in a creepy, eerie, in a cave wave. Yeah, so for smoke, I'm undetermined on whether I'm going to do the smoke, but you can apparently take cotton balls or cotton and like have it coming up and fluff it out to look like smoke. That'll help transfer the light upward, kind of like if you took like a glue stick and put a light on the end of it, it kind of lights up the whole glue stick. If you use the cotton, you can do kind of the same thing, right? So that worked out really cool. So well, we're almost to stream end anyways, guys. So I think I'm going to wrap up this stream. And then tomorrow, my goal is to start messing around with the LEDs. So I'm going to wrap up this stream because we don't have that much time to get into it right now. And I want to have a whole clean workspace with the wires laid out and everything, and the breadboards to start running test circuits. Before I get started, and before you think you're going to see an amazing LED stuff tomorrow, just know I am not an LED electrician. I'm not professional. We're going to make a lot of mistakes. Luckily, it'll all be with batteries, so no real serious injury should occur. But yeah, it came out. I'm really happy with this. I'm really, really happy with this. I thought it was going to be much worse. So I'm going to take my wins where I can get them. So thank you so much, guys. I will catch up with you all later. Have a wonderful evenings, and I will be back tomorrow, probably around 4:30, same as today. So peace out, guys.